overpowered MC with Chenna.
I'm super same face. Seem to be rebranded.
And together we are
Magical Girls for Life. Anyway.
So today it's kind of like a games edition. So we have two main topics. So we'll be doing a try not to laugh and challenges. Challenges would never survive. And so next is challenges would never survive. So the idea behind this is we read up a list of scenarios or challenges and we'll say if would survive in them or not. So the first one, would you survive living in Attack on Titan? I think I will be dead, just like Aaron's mom in that first episode. It's either that or I'll find some underground place to hide. But those Titans are going to get me regardless or I'll die of starvation.
I was of the opinion I was going to be in the inner circle.
What, like with them Aaron and them? Doing that training and eating just potatoes? Absolutely not. You know that girl that likes to eat? I'll be like her all the time.
But yeah, I would survive on the basis of that.
Okay, say I make it to like behind the wall. I'd hate the religious crazy people. I'd hate Levi. I'd hate Aaron. I'd hate Mikasa. I'd hate all of them. Maybe the blonde one. I think I might even be on the side of the Titans at that point.
Wow.
I'd be begging them to make me a Titan.
Where would I be?
Or I'll be dead.
Nah, I think I'll be by Levi's side.
Oh.
He can protect me. I'll be a damsel. And he cleans.
Levi don't... Well, I guess he does protect people.
Yeah.
But he'll find you quite irritating if you're always expecting him to save you.
No, I want to fight.
You reckon you'd be good at that?
I feel if I trained, I would be.
Mate, you can't even chop meat properly.
Because I haven't trained.
You've had all your life to train.
Slammed up on my knee.
I'm just saying, the thing at the back of their neck, and you also have to cut deep. And when you do the leg thing, you got to go deep as well. And some of them have got thick skin.
I watched my older brother kill chickens. I think I can handle killing a Titan. That's what I'm basing it on.
This bitch is comparing killing a chicken to killing a Titan. I'm sorry. Moving on. I know you're joking.
I would definitely be in Levi's corp and I'll train with him. Yeah. Because everyone else dies apart from Levi's. That's why I think I'll survive.
I see. I'll be dead from episode 1. Would we survive competing in Squid Game?
No, we wouldn't.
What would do me would be the thingy, the candy. I have horrible dexterity. I'm very clumsy. But like if I've got to go last on the little scaly thing, if I've got to manipulate people, push, I'll be good. But I feel like I'll make it like halfway through.
No, my temperament, someone would piss me off and I'll end up doing something reckless and end up dying because someone's pissed me off.
During the game?
I think sometimes, because it'll be a high-pressured environment, I think I might do something silly because someone's pissed me off, just because I'm trying to get back at them. And whilst I'm trying to get back at them, I end up killing myself.
Let's put that in presentiment so it doesn't go off. So I think I'll get halfway.
I will get somewhere. I don't know where I'll get, but I know I'm definitely dying.
I probably died towards like 3/3 of the way through, or 3/4. Would we survive attending Barbie's Princess Charm School?
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Especially if it was that film. Would we survive the Hunger Games?
No.
Depends on which season.
Well, that's fair.
If it's the one that bitch was on,
Katniss.
probably not. But I reckon the one with the ones that eat people. No, the ones with the herbalist people. Maybe I would have manipulated one of them and got to the end. Probably not. They were really smart. But I would have had to be like some type of angel. And then one of them would sacrifice themselves for me. I'm such an angel.
I don't think I'll survive. I am 5'3". I think that answers the question.
But you think you survive in Attack on Titan? And you're not going to survive the Hunger Games?
Let me remind you, Levi is a short king.
You could just find someone to protect you during the Hunger Games. Find you a little, what's that guy's name? Peter. Peter was a twat.
But Peter and Katniss were friends for like 3 days.
Maybe you're right. You were Katniss. Maybe you steal Pete from Katniss.
I don't think a Pete would ever get stolen from Katniss, to be honest. It's going to be like day and night.
Quite literally. It wouldn't be too bad though. I knew something was off.
Someone needs to warn me when you turn the lights on because...
All right. Where were we? You were saying you were not going to survive the Hunger Games.
The most I can do is climb trees. I know how I've climbed when I was younger. That's as far as my survival skills go. I mean, I know where to hide, but there's only so far I can hide without like water or food.
Yeah, and also like they manipulate things as well, don't they? What would I actually do? I don't know. Ugh, hate it always resets. Would I get into like a love, not a love thing, but have someone protect me?
This one I said I'm not going to survive.
Could I do the whole protect me, find someone to protect me type thing? I don't know if that would work.
And you really have to sell it to the audience.
I'm not very likable. Yikes. Probably not. Based on that, probably not. Okay. Next one, would we survive being on Big Brother? But I'm not very likable. So either like people would keep me in until like 3 weeks before the end type thing, just to make me suffer. Because I probably hate being in there because people aren't clean. And I would, and I like to sleep. Like they wake you up when you're trying to sleep during the day.
You can't even nap.
I'll probably get into a fight with some bigger, because like they know the personalities that are going into the house, right? They'll probably put some dickhead anti-feminist in there, for example. And I wouldn't be able to not say things like this, like, I think you're a fucking bitch, you're a cunt, you're a fucking idiot, do you want a fucking bank account, mate? Stuff like that, you know? Stuff like asking a bitch, why are you here then? Shouldn't you be at home in the kitchen cooking? Well, then shut up and cook for me then. National telly, you can't be doing that shit. People will call me. Imagine if they then make the other woman white as well. That would be crazy. They'll call me racist and all sorts of names. So no, I definitely would not win. I gotta hope. Would we survive trying to blend in at Hogwarts?
What, and being non-magic users?
At which point? In part 1, sure. I'm not getting close to that. I would drop out before then as a muggle. But if it's like, you know, first film, second film, maybe third film, sure. Absolutely. Anything after that? With those Deathly Hallows walking all around? Would you?
Try and blend in? No, I wouldn't try to blend in.
Would you even survive? I'm fucking smart. I can figure it out.
I wouldn't even try to blend in.
You would have received a letter. Would we survive at Hogwarts?
If I was surviving at Hogwarts,
Yeah.
then yeah, I think I could survive. I am great with teachers.
You think you survive the 6th film? Harry dies and they get really strict at the school because Voldemort pretty much wins.
If I'm good with the teachers, then yes, I think I could survive that too.
I don't know. I mean, if Neville Longbottom can survive, I think anybody can survive, mate. So yeah, I back myself on that one. The next one is exciting.
Entering a tuning exam.
Yes, would you survive the tuning exams?
It depends who I was versing. Because if I was fighting Gara, no. If I was fighting Neji.
Was Gara in the tuning exam?
Yeah.
That was their first encounter. Shit, I
That's
forgot.
what I'm saying. It depends on who I'm fighting. If I'm fighting Gara, he's going to kill me in first instance.
Or like those sound people. You know what? I would be like Naruto in the written exam, but I'll pass. I'll actually pass that one.
The written exam.
Yeah, remember the written exam?
But you need to pass both paths.
I will back myself. I have confidence that I don't know where it's come from for no reason.
So depending on who I fought, actually, who do I think I could win in the tuning exam? That's a fantastic question.
I could beat 10-10. I could beat the dog.
Not Shikamaru.
Kiba. Not in terms of raw power. Just disrupt his nose, isn't it? Him and the dog.
Hinata, because in that season, she did not have confidence.
I really wouldn't. No, I'd be really nice to her and she would take pity on me. She's very useful as well. Okay, depends on who's in your team as well.
The first battle's not a team battle, no.
What?
The first battle's individual.
You mean when they go into the forest? Because you're saying the whole thing is a Chunin exam.
Yeah, and I'm saying in the one at the end you have to do the 1-to-1 fight.
Yeah.
To the very end, and I have to do 1-to-1 fights.
Yeah, but what makes you
Gara.
think you're gonna get to the end if you've not even talked through how you're gonna get to the end? How are you gonna get to the end, mate?
By having a fantastic team.
You know, there's an initial 1-to-1 first, where Rockley broke his entire bones.
That was his own fault. He knew not to go that far up because Guy had told him, "You're not ready yet." So I feel I can do it.
Yeah, but he was fighting freaking Gara, mate.
Well,
he
that's
had to go all out. He had to. And you know what? He backed himself.
Depending on who you're fighting, it depends on
your survival. Yeah, sure. I'm not even. But talk me through the whole process. Like, how are you gonna get there?
Is there a team battle?
No, there's no team battle.
No, there's a team battle.
There's a team mission where they all remember when they went into the forest and he got the bite. Sasuke got the bite. That's part of the Chunin exam, where they had to do the scroll thing, and Orochimaru swallowed their scroll.
I can't remember. It's been a long time. All I know is they had the written exam and then they had the 1-to-1 fights. That's what I remember right now.
No. Remember at the end when Shikamaru was the only one who won, and he led the team that had to go get Sasuke back. That was right after the Chunin exam.
So after the Chunin exam, not during the Chunin exam?
No. The reason why Shikamaru led them was because he'd become a Chunin.
Okay.
Right? So, but they wouldn't have had to chase Sasuke if the team exercise didn't happen. The one led by Anko.
You're not dragging any memories.
Anko's the student of Orochimaru before he left. He didn't leave. He got banished. Do you remember when Sasuke got bitten? The first time? Where that was the whole process of the Chunin exam. It was a whole arc. That was after the written exam. Remember, the whole team in the written exam had to pass for them to get to the team exercise. So the team exercise was them in the forest with the scrolls.
Oh.
Wow. Anyway.
I did say that before you even started explaining it. I was like, I don't remember this team battle thing or team mission. I did.
Wow. Because the first thing, right, all the teams that were partaking in the Chunin exam, they meet each other. That's where we meet Neji and Rock Lee's bit, the set above them, where Guy was like, oh, but why are your team here? Do you think that they're ready? Do you remember that interaction?
Yeah.
And then that's when we first meet Gaara.
Yeah.
And then in the second part, and then they have the written exam, and then they pass that, and then they have the Anko part, the part in the forest. Wow. Like, you just completely forgot, like, one of the most exciting part of the Chunin exam.
But the way I'm remembering it isn't the way you're telling it.
Because he gets the bite. I'm trying to remember now properly how I think it went. He gets the bite. They do like a fight thing. Orochimaru tries to take over during the 1-to-1 fight.
I remember the 1-to-1 fight.
That's why he had the battle with the third on the roof. And he tried to bring back the fourth, and he was like, oh, not on my watch. That was exciting. You remember that?
No.
Okay. Because then, what's his face? Sasuke gets his ass handed to him, and then he decides to join Orochimaru. And then, what the famous something anyway, there's like a number of them, decides to chase him. Then they had the fight. Remember when Rock Lee had that fight? That's when Naruto fights Gaara, when they were chasing Sasuke. Like, he summons thingy, the frog guy. Oh, maybe I should watch Naruto again.
Summons a frog? He hasn't learned how to do that. The toad?
Yeah.
He hasn't learned how to do the toads in that season. Oh, that's a Chunin exam? Naruto hasn't even met the perfect stage where he learns about the toads. Because,
like, Naruto fights Gaara, and he conjures something up. Who does he conjure up to fight Gaara?
Is it the Nine Tails, you think?
He conjures up the Nine Tails.
But the toads aren't until we see, I forgot his name, for the purpose.
But he fights.
Not during the Chunin exams, but the Chunin, like, that
So
point,
when does Naruto fight Gaara then? When does he fight Gaara in your memory?
the first initial fight was him and Gaara. It's after the Chunin exams.
Yeah.
But it's before Jiraiya comes in. So he hasn't even learned how to use...
But they were chasing Sasuke. Because the Sand People were one of the people who helped Orochimaru to invade.
The Sand People?
Gaara is the Sand People, right?
Yeah, Gaara's of the Sand. Yeah, he is.
No, I'm saying they were one of the people who, quote unquote, helped Orochimaru invade Konoha. And some of the people from Sound as well.
We're going to have to rewatch Naruto.
But anyway, are you surviving?
If I'm fight anyone, if I have to fight Neji or Gaara or Sasuke, then no, I'm not passing. I am failing. because Sasuke is very brutal. Gaara is also very brutal. Neji, he's very smart and he'll just beat me out. He'll outsmart me.
Because Kabuto was there as well. I'm trying to also it would kind of depend on what powers I have as well. Because I wouldn't be like I am right now.
Obviously. Well,
I'm not saying that. I think I would have good luck enough to not meet Gaara. And I think I can back myself intellectually to at least think that I can get 50% and I was studious anyway. And then if my team was good, I reckon we wouldn't fall prey and we would have been safe. And then in the one-to-one at the end, where they decide who becomes Chunin, I probably would not win because I probably would have fallen asleep when they invaded. So maybe I wouldn't become Chunin, but I would have survived for sure. But anyway, moving on. Would we survive living in Fairytopia without wings? If Barbara can do it, yeah, I can.
She was the tallest of all of them.
I would have been a menace. I would have left those winged bitches to their fate. And would we survive trying to win a reality cooking show, something like MasterChef? No.
We do not cook in this household. I'm trying to figure out a way to get us a private chef to meal prep us
I'm okay with my microwave meals and air fried meals. Thank you very much.
I still want a private chef.
But no. Would we survive being background character in Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I would survive being a background character.
As long as I don't live in any of the major cities that any of the things happen. If I was a whore, I would have been long dead.
I think I'd be rich if I was a whore in Game of Thrones.
I hate men. I don't hate men, but I hate men.
You don't have to like them. You just have to pretend to like them.
I can't even do that. If I was like maybe one of the scullery maids or whatever, would I survive? I think I would have seen Jamie and what's his face fucking at some point and off with my head. Or like imagine if I was one of Littlefinger's fingers on the street or one of the whispers of the eunuch guy.
I would have survived.
Would I have survived if I was a wildling?
Yeah, you would have. That's your habitat, to be honest.
What you mean? You're painting a picture of me that I don't like. But absolutely, yeah. I'd definitely survive if I was a wildling. No love for me either. I wouldn't have been like, you know nothing. Competing in a shonen anime tournament. So like Chunin Exam or the one they had in My Hero Academia or the one that they had in Black Clover, etc.
Yeah, I think I could win.
No, would you survive? Not would you win?
But winning and surviving in this context are the same thing.
Yeah, I reckon I would have survived the one in My Hero Academia. I would have passed. I think so. What powers would I have though in My Hero Academia?
I don't know. I was thinking based on Yuri on Ice.
Like what would your quirk be?
Oh, I'm doing Yuri on Ice. You can do your My Hero because I haven't watched My Hero.
I've never actually had to think about it. I'd love super strength though, but then I would like some actual physical power. I don't want ice because that dickhead has got ice. I want fire either because then I'll be like competing with that prick. He's actually really cute. But anyway, what quirk could I have? Definitely wouldn't want to be quirkless. Come back to me in a few months. Would you survive guessing Isekai into Demon Slayer?
If I was a Demon Slayer, as in, yes, I would be. But if I was just a regular human, no, I don't think I would survive.
I mean, what's the likelihood that I'll get attacked by a vampire, though?
It's not just a vampire. It's very high. They kill anyone.
I would have to be in that world in the first place. I'll have to be in Japan.
You get isekai'd into the Demon Slayer world. So yes, you would be in Japan.
Yeah, but then can I leave? Did the world person that isekai'd me into it say I can't leave? I'm jetting to America, mate. Or to England. What do you mean?
Because there's no demons there.
But the Demon Slayers is in Japan.
Don't limit him.
But all his 10 or 12 generals were all in Japan, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So...
But they don't have to be generals to turn you, though. They don't have to be generals. Because the generals are just his strongest of them.
No, the point is, would I be turned? Or would I be turned? Would I survive?
Yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't be turned. It's not possible. Me in trouble! Mate, we are like the most unproblematic people ever. We don't find ourselves in spaces where shit like this happens, mate. In problems. So it's unlikely that I would ever meet one. Not trouble, but okay. Would you be in a red light district?
Because the strongest one, he
lives a normal life, but he doesn't just randomly attack people. And you'd have to be in Edo for him to, like, in the main city, for him to have his grasp on you. But imagine if you were isekai as a demon slayer.
I would survive.
I don't know.
I would survive.
I'd have to be dedicated to eradicating them, and causes are just hassle, in my opinion. It depends on what powers I'm into. I know that, but you can still die because he used to be one. He wanted to kill all of them. I would have the knowledge. He wanted all the demon slayers dead, retired or not, child or not. Everyone's gonna get it. I actually don't know this one, but I'd like to think so.
I think I'll survive.
It depends on what power I come with. If I come in like insanely overpowered.
Whose power would you want? Tanjiro's.
Obviously. He's like the most powerful one, and you'd have to train, but then my whole family would have to die. So I don't know.
So do you like your sister as it stands? to carry her on your shoulders day and night?
I'll be the ball.
I was going to pick Zenitsu because he's so cute.
I'll be the ball.
And he has lightning powers as well.
Because he's a jungle child. I relate to that so much. So yeah.
I'm going to pick Zenitsu because he's adorable. He takes naps and he has lightning powers. Yeah.
I like the chaos and the other guy's powers. That's fine with me. Okay, next one. Would participating in a Love Island Casa Amor twist. I couldn't survive in Love Island.
It's a bit much, you know. For people who don't know, I have a social battery that runs out very quickly. By very quickly, meaning people can see it physically happening in real time. Like, once I'm done, I'm done. You know, once I actually start someone mid-conversation, I put my hand to the face, right? I rotated. I went to my phone.
We would fight. We would get into a physical altercation.
But at that point, I assure you, I was done with the conversation and with the person.
Hand to the face! We would fight.
They were talking. I said, hold on. And I went to my phone. I didn't rotate.
I'll pull your hair, mate. I would turn your head right back at me.
No, you can't.
Make sure you look me in the face as I twist your hand. What do you mean? But then he said you never looked back. I will be counting like this. As soon as you reach the moment where my head is like, this bitch is not turning back, I will turn you back. Do I give a fuck? You verbalize that you're not interested in the conversation. I'd rather that than this. What did the person do?
I was just tired.
Mate, that's rude.
I said, hold on.
It doesn't matter. As if saying hold on makes it better. Oh my God.
To me, I feel like I did the right thing. Because otherwise, they would just be talking.
Just be like, mate, Jesus.
That's rude, though.
At least you're saying something. You're saying
did.
a reason. You didn't say anything. See, this is rude. Just like, you know what this means?
It
Talk
was
to
like
the
that.
hands.
It was like that. It's more gentle. You know, I'm a damsel, you know, with it.
To my fucking face. I don't give a shit. I'll toss you off the fucking tower. You must have lost your mind.
But no, my social battery runs out real quick, and it cannot be helped. So no, I wouldn't survive Casa Amor.
Yeah, and I'll probably fight with the producers as well. And sometimes I just don't want to be social. But you have to force it. And then like you have to fake smile, and then you have to do these games. Ugh.
Too much PDA. You don't even like when I hug you.
What am I getting out of that?
My point is,
I get nothing from a hug. That's why I don't necessarily do them.
But I wasn't asking you to hug you for you.
No, but the PDA, I'm getting PDA from someone I possibly find attracted to. That's different.
Sometimes you may not.
Okay, when you say too much PDA, what do you mean?
Like,
you mean the game?
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought you meant like whoever you're coupled up with,
No.
PDA with them. That was what I was thinking in my head, but that's why I think I tried to clarify. But yeah, but a Casa Amor twist though. Would I survive? You know, like them coming back from the island and then you're partnered up with someone. Would people vote you out or would you stay? Who brought someone back? I don't remember. Amber and Michael. Remember when he came back with a new girl and Amber was alone. So would you have been kicked out of the villa?
Unlikely.
If I came in as a bombshell from like there and I stole someone's...
I think I'll be so dramatic that they'll keep me in because I'm that dramatic.
Social battery so low.
I'm very dramatic.
You are very dramatic.
Yeah, I have a low social battery, but when it comes to drama and creating my own entertainment, I'm fantastic at that.
Because I'll back myself if I steal your man. I'm so sorry. Would I back myself? I don't think I'll steal someone's man, to be honest. I don't want to say it's below me. Because imagine you get caught in 4K. I mean, I'd never do that intentionally. Obviously, you never know. Next one. Final Destination movie. Would I survive? No.
Never watched it.
It's like once the tsunami comes, I'm gone. I can't swim. Mate, I'm dead. Infiltrating an undercover heist in Inception. I would have been dead time ago.
Can't remember Inception. So no.
We can skip that one because we haven't. If you're stuck in a K-drama love triangle.
I would survive. I love a good K-drama. It makes my heart skip.
A love triangle though. Like what was that love triangle in Boys Over Flower? It wasn't just a triangle, was it?
It was a whole group.
I don't even know what to call it.
Surviving a love triangle, does that mean
you're one of the love interests? Like, would I get picked by the girl? The girl or the guy? Are you trying to come out of the closet, mate?
Whichever one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like that girl in that Doctor's series. If he tries to bully me, I'll beat the ever-living shit out of you. Bash your head against a fucking mirror. I'm not violent, I promise you. This is just the K-drama in me and what I've seen in them, that's all.
I'll be like, whenever everything bad happens, I'm just there to fix the problem. And she associate good things with me. I don't really know. It's a
love triangle. You're one of the love interests of the guy.
Okay, so I will save him nonetheless.
How?
I don't know how. With money, somehow. I'll just throw money at him.
Are you assuming he's poor? Because let's be honest, yeah, the guys are usually rich.
No, I'm not assuming he's poor, but he might like a kind gesture. Be like, oh my goodness, no girl's ever done this for me before because he's so rich.
Okay, let's pick a specific K-drama.
That's why I was struggling. Okay.
Let's pick a K-drama. Which one has a love triangle?
Most of them have love triangles.
Really? 2 girls, 1 guy.
Okay. Which one have you watched that has a triangle?
I don't remember names of K-dramas that I've watched. I barely remember the Boys Over Flowers name.
Let's go with my Vicky.
Oh, what's the Isekai one? Mr. Queen.
That's a triangle?
Yes, it is. That's the bin girl. Remember there was the queen and then there was the concubine girl. The one that he was actually in love with.
I was never in love with the concubine.
Yes, he was. There was his actual queen. The one that Mr. Quinn was in, the body, and then there was another girl.
Oh, okay, the friend that wasn't a friend, but the
concubine. She became a concubine.
So one of the girls trying to win the guy. Mm-hmm. If I was Mr. Queen, yeah, I would win.
Fair play. I don't know. Actually, no. I wouldn't find myself in a love triangle. It's impossible.
The scenario stands. But sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes 2 people do like the same person, and it is what it is.
It's not possible.
Okay.
I have too much pride that if I find out someone else is into you and you're into them, lock it off. Nobody. It must just be only me. If I be a virgin, mate, I'm an alpha bro. I'm an alpha dog. I want a virgin. Nobody's whore. What are you fucking women for?
Wow.
You don't go through periods. What problems do men have? I'd like to hear that. Cue the misandrist. I'm so keeping this in. It's going to come back to bite me in the ass
it
one day.
It most definitely will. Because I was about to say something. I was like, I will not be part of this. Not on camera, but...
This is so going to bite me in the ass. It's a joke. Next one. Thrown into the JJK as a first year. Would you survive? If it was that baby thing, I would have been long dead.
We both know I'm not good at horror, so ain't surviving nothing.
Yeah, probably not. But you know what? Say like we actually did have powers.
If we had powers.
Yeah, like we had like relatively good level of powers and we'd grow and get powerful.
That's the problem though. The more powerful you get, the crazier they get.
And you just keep surviving. This is how I think about it. You like a challenge at the gym and you always win. Or does the exercise always defeat you?
No, but there's a reward that comes from doing it.
You get the satisfaction of living. You don't die, man. I don't want to die. So I think I could survive first year. And then I'll drop out. Being dropped into the Maze Runner world.
You like running?
Maze Runner. The world, you've not seen the Maze Runner. It's this world where everyone's infected with something and 1 or 2 people, I think, don't have the virus. And they put them in this maze, but they're technically test subjects. Well, would I survive? I don't know. Probably not. So do you think you could survive that one night?
No. Unless I like a doomsday bunker that only I had the codes to and no one else can access, I'm not surviving. So if I had a doomsday bunker, yes, I'm going to survive.
Yeah.
Given that I'm the only one who knows the codes
to it.
Yeah.
And you would have had to build it yourself. Then sure, yeah. I could dig. I could do techie shit.
So yeah, that's my answer. If I have a doomsday bunker.
And if only I knew where it was as well.
No, the kids would know about it on the day.
Like, no, it happens once a year. So what, every year you build a new bunker? Or change the location of the bunker? That's dedication. You could be followed though, if the person really means to kill you. Also, like I said, it be your own people. It could be your husband that wants to kill you.
Hopefully not.
I'm just saying. He's not going to go to jail for it if you die that night.
Yeah, but we're getting divorced tomorrow morning.
You're dead, mate.
No, if
you survive.
Yeah, if we survive and I know you're trying to kill me, divorce on sight.
What makes you think if I find out that night that you want to kill me, I'm not going to try to kill you?
I'm protecting myself in my doomsday bunker. What with my cameras, with all the vision.
I'm also going to try to kill you if I find out you're trying to kill me.
No, I'm not. I'm going to wait.
You're going to wait it out?
Yeah.
Nah, he's dead.
Because the moment I step out, I know someone's going to come out with a little gun and like...
Pew each other. Because I've got a gun too. And with my last breath, I will shoot. And I will hit my spot. I will hit my target. I think that's the last one. That's the end.